Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica Emery, the Happy CEO. Today I want to talk about really coming back to who you are and taking self-responsibility. So often on our path, we get lost. This is part of the human experience, right? Is to find our way back to ourselves. Many, including myself at times, has gotten lost in searching outside. And what I mean by that is taking, CE, for example, like courses on courses or reading books like again and again. I have so many books that I have bought and I haven't even had the opportunity to read. And here's the thing too, when you read a book, does one time really, drive it home? No. If you pick up that book again and you go into it, you're like, oh my gosh, what? That's a nugget. That's a nugget. That's a nugget. So a friend of mine sent a message this morning, and she's always sending me podcasts and things to listen to or things she feels like I would be interested in, I guess. I'm not sure. We go back many, many years. Actually, I haven't seen her in a lot of years. But what I feel like I see from that as a mirror back to her is that she is always searching. So every single time she sends me a message, it's something in regards to, I'm trying this, I'm doing that, I'm going to try this on, you should check this out, you should speak here or do this. It's like everything is like outside of who she is, what she desires, and what truly she wants. And again, this is what many people do, is they think that there is something that is going to save them when we really save ourselves. And it's important that we trust ourselves with our gifts, and then whatever it is that we want to learn, like not out of like a lack and need, but something like that we desire to learn more of, and we do it and embody it, then it's up to us to teach it to others. And scared even, like what's going to happen with your ego is you're going to question whether or not you know enough to step in and teach that thing. But here's the thing, we're all students. We're all forever learning here. So doesn't it make sense that you take what you have now and you teach somebody that is a few steps behind you so that then they can learn and teach people that are a couple of steps behind them? This is the ripple effect. This is what we're here for. You throw the stone, all of the ripples, like we're here to impact people. And through impacting people, yes, 1,000,000,000%, you are here to financially be rewarded for you learning and creating impact and transformation in others. That's what we're here for. But you are not going to transform if you are constantly searching outside of yourself. Nothing is going to happen in here. All of the limiting beliefs, all the feelings, all the subconscious stuff is just going to stay there. It's not going to alchemize into something different, right? But sometimes what is required, and I actually said this to my friend this morning, is to come back to self, right? To look within to get the answers versus searching outside. And sometimes it requires another person to see that and mirror somebody and let them know what they see, because then suddenly that person sees that within themselves. Because when we're walking this path on our own, we don't see our own shit. Like we just don't a lot of times. And a lot of times if someone brings it up, we get triggered. And we don't want to hear that because we think like all is good. And that is something to look at as well. That is something that you need to shine light on, that shadow as well, to bring all that stuff up to the surface and get rid of it. We all have things, like I said, every single person has stuff. It's really just how we walk through life and how we deal with it. But the only way we deal with it is through, and that through line is coming back, our chakras, like coming back to self. Like that's the through line, is from something much greater than us, through us, to being anchored in. And really just, being anchored is everything. I love personal growth and development is so good when you do the actual work and you go within, because your mindset is literally everything. And what you decide will happen. What you say, words cast spells, will literally happen. So you have to be really clear. And I can promise you, once you tap in to self and you become a lot more self-aware, you're not going to be wobbly. You are literally going to be on your path in alignment and not easily thrown off. Otherwise, you are literally in the dark woods trying to find your way back to the path. And then maybe you do, and maybe you get on the path and then whoops, woo, you're off somebody else. You have no direction. Do you have direction in your life too? Do you have a vision? Are you very clear about your future? Do you have that desire of what it is that you want in your future? Because if you don't have that roadmap, if you don't have that clear in your head and you're not taking action steps towards that thing, then you're definitely off the beaten path and not in alignment and searching and searching and searching for your way back. So this is a good analogy, actually. It is, because that is the same thing when you're off your path. It's like, what are you trying to find your way? You're trying to find your way and put it in the GPS to get back on the road, right? Get back on the main road to get to where you are going in your destination. So what is your destination in your life right now? Where are you going? Get clear. And then do the things that you're doing outside of you right now align with that? Or are you just like searching and grabbing at things to numb yourself to feel better? Because those things aren't going to work. But if you align yourselves with the right people, so transformational, again, rocket ship, paying for speed, putting yourself in the rooms, that is the biggest mover, because you have someone to actually, like I said, shine that light back on you, mirror back the power within you, that you realize you can work through things so much faster than, even reading a book or picking up a book that may make sense for your alignment journey. It helps. It's just the slower path. So anyway, that was my short video for today, something that came up this morning and I saw, and I have also done myself. I've definitely spun myself out in human design. I'm a 5-1 manifesting generator, if you're familiar with that. And I know now, this is why human design and Gene Keys has been so helpful, is that when I am searching outside of myself for things, I know that I'm not in alignment and I'm in my 1 line. So I'm a 5 profile first and then a 1. So I'm aware, okay, I'm too far off in my 1 line. I need to step back into my power, which is my 5. Human design and Gene Keys is amazing and definitely something you should look into. This is actually something that came up this morning too with my friend. She said, "Are you familiar with Enneagram?" This is all texting. And I was like, yeah, like, I don't know, 8 years ago, maybe I did Enneagram. I don't know. It's been a long time. I got a book way back when I was a dentist at Sugar Fix. We played with that a little bit. We tried it on, just like back when we did Myers-Briggs and all of those other, disc profile and all of those, I don't know what you would call them. They're all great. But human design Gene Keys, whoa, there is nothing like it. And I happen to know an expert who wrote a book on it, not just a big book that she channeled, but then she did one for like dummies, and she calls it dummies, but like dumbed it down. It's just absolutely insane. So incredible, because it can be very complex, but I have tapped into it and my world has completely changed. I've actually had books made for several of my clients and my family as well. I love human design and Gene Keys. It's a game changer. You can actually go to like online, and if you're not familiar with what it is, look it up. And then you can also do a free chart online by just putting in Google human design free chart. You will learn more about yourself than ever before. And this is a great place for you to start right now. So let's stop looking outside of ourselves and getting lost. When you think you're doing personal development and you are listening to podcasts and reading and other things, if you were outside of yourself, that's just like watching Bravo and getting lost in TV. So it's better to like meditate and be silent, or like I said, line up with a mentor, or like I said, learn about who you are and your human design. Perfect place to start. So I'm going to leave you with that. If you do right now, take that quiz for human design. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in the, like underneath the video. I will pull a link and put it there. So you can just click down below to go to Google and do your human design free chart. And I would love to know what you are, what your profile lines are. And then what I would suggest you do is you're here on YouTube, go on YouTube and search it up. So I'm a manifesting generator, 5-1. I'd just put in YouTube, 5-1 Manny Jen. Like, what does that mean? And whoa, you will go down the rabbit hole, but it's a great rabbit hole because you're going to learn so much about yourself. And guess what? It's all going to start making sense why you are like you are. And it's all perfect because you are perfect, and everything is in divine timing, like unfolding, and everything is put in front of you for a reason. It's just that sometimes we can allow ourselves, to spin out. So if you're spinning out, come back. Come back. All right. This was the video for today. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here.